Good morning, everyone. So this morning, I wanted to take advantage of the schedule that I have today, which is normally a morning on the treadmill, a little bit of yoga, and before I wash my hair or do anything with my makeup, I wanted to show you how I do my brows. So I get a lot of questions about my brows. They range in degree from, do I get my brows bladed, microbladed, or tattooed? And personally for me, I find that anything that you do like tattooing or body modification or plastic surgery is very extreme and something that you can't come back from. That is my personal opinion. I know lots of people who have tattoos and body modifications and have had plastic surgery. I've actually had plastic surgery to correct some physical issues that I've had in my body when I was younger. And so it's not a no-no, but for beauty appearances sake, it's just not for me. So I do my brows with makeup and with tint, as we talked about the other day. So brow tint, because over 50, again, we talked about this the other day, but surprise girls, when your hair goes gray, your brows go gray too. I know, it's a lovely surprise, isn't it? It's a little like finding a caterpillar in your rose bouquet. So I don't do anything drastic with my brows except using makeup. I tint them. They're tinted right now. I don't have a stitch of makeup on. In fact, as I said, I just got off the treadmill and didn't really sleep that well last night. Slept really hard, so I guess that's good, but I woke up feeling like a little bit like hungover, which I'm not. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. That happens too after 50. Oh Lord, welcome to middle age, y'all. So I wanted to go over brows with you because I've had so many comments, and so we're gonna do that now. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that I have started to use Latisse, which is a hair growth product for your face, for your brows, and for your eyelashes. I'm not using it on my eyelashes, but I am using it on my brows because over the years, so much tweezing, I just noticed that they were not coming in like they used to. So I am using that as well. And I'm also planning to test Rogaine in replacement of Latisse, because Latisse is extraordinarily expensive, and Rogaine in a half fluid ounce bottle is something like under $30. So I've read the research, and the same measurement of Latisse is equal to the same measurement of Rogaine in the studies. Now that is just the studies. I am not a doctor, I'm not a clinician, I'm not a facial therapist or a hair specialist. It's just the research that I have read, I believe from reputable sites, and so I am going to try the Rogaine to replace the Latisse and notice if I get the same results, and I'll share those with you. So I wanted to mention that as well. So these are the products that we will be using today. The ever useful It Cosmetics Perfect Lighting. Just matters how you say it. Perfect Lighting from It Cosmetics. The regular drugstore L'Oreal Lash Paradise. The It Cosmetics Brow Powerful Brow. What is that? It Cosmetics Brow Powerful Powerful. Oh, look, they spelled it powerful so that I get it. It's like a double meaning. So your brows are powerful and they're full. That's the idea. Okay. Then I haven't showed y'all this, but I'm like a huge fan. In fact, I have 3 different colors of this Urban Decay Brow Blade product. I have it in taupe, I have it in brown sugar, and then something else I can't read. But I use 3 colors just so you get a kind of natural look to your brows, and it doesn't look like you've just like stenciled in your brows, which you could do, but for me, I like a kind of more natural look. So I use 3 different colors of this. This only comes in 1 shade, and it's lighter or darker based on how much pressure you use, which I still love. I use this all the time. In quarantine and during the pandemic, I've used this quite a bit because you literally just brush it on and brush it down. They've made the width of the pencil such a width that, if you can see, I don't know, I have so much to learn about YouTube and cameras and focusing. Just bear with me, and thank you for bearing with me. So the width of this pencil just is so nice for just going right over the brow and down. You don't have to do anything fancy. You can if you want. This is a great pencil for that. So we'll use that today. We use this, which I haven't shown you before, as I said earlier, but this is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. I'll tell you, I try, y'all. I really do. I cannot get it focused. And this is the Anastasia. It's the clear brow gel, and it's basically just clear mascara for your brows. I love this. This lasts all day. I've tried so many other brow gels. This is the one for me. I will not ever stray away from it. Okay, and then you also need a close-up mirror. Forgive me for having it be so dirty. So we're gonna start with this. We're gonna brush through the brows first. And I'm just gonna take my little mirror and look down because I can't see into the viewfinder. So we're gonna brush our brows up in the front. And then because the hairs in your brow, no matter what kind of brows you have, they grow up in the inner corner of your eye. And then they grow down from the center out to the edge. So I brush up, and then at the edge, I just brush down, okay? So we brush up in the center, and I'm getting such great brow growth. You can't see, but I have all these little hairs that are coming in that'll take really well to the tint and give me my brows back that I had when I was 20. Okay, so up in the center, and then down at the edge. And just giving these sort of stray ones just a little bit of a lift so everything's right when I start doing my brows. Okay, shaky, shaky. There's a little ball in there, sort of like a, what do you call it? Like a paint spray can. Okay, so there are 2 ends to this. There is a very fine tip. Let me turn it up. Oh, it's all the way at the end. Okay. There's a very, pardon my Band-Aid, very, very fine tip on this that's pencil, and it's a great formula. It's almost like it's got little hairs in it or something. It's a wonderful formula. And then there's a pen on the other end that you do little tiny, overexposed, sorry, tiny, tiny, tiny little hair-like strokes. And you basically just create these little tiny hair-like strokes with this tiny, it's a brush, y'all. It's like a tiny little brush. And it works brilliantly to recreate your brows. Okay. I hope you can see this. All right. Now, what I do is I start up here and then brush down like this way. Okay. That's where I start because that's kind of, for me, the higher the brow, the more lifted your face. And I have a very broad forehead, lots of real estate there. So I sort of like to come as, you know, in terms of my brows, as up as possible, if that's a sentence. Okay, so we start up here, tiny little strokes, tiny little strokes. And basically all I'm doing is just filling in where I see hairs. You might not be able to see them because I don't have one of those cameras that gets really, really close. But I'm basically just filling where I see hairs. I'm just filling in around them. Just sort of pecking at the brow, down, down, down. And just, again, just filling in around the existing hairs. And I'm following that line of from the end of the nose here, like that. That's how I get to the end. And thankfully, my brows, they end at that point, so I don't have to kind of do anything fancy. Okay, and then over here, same thing, following the brows that I see, or rather the hairs that I see in my brow. Resting my pinky on my face helps to steady my hand. Again, over a certain age, you know, y'all who are watching that are maybe under 40 or under 30, when you get over a certain age and you might have had a lot of coffee, everything changes. Not drastically. I mean, it's not like you become a different person or your body just totally falls apart, but it's subtle, y'all. It's just subtle enough that you sort of wonder is everyone going through this stuff? Does everyone's hand shake when they've had a few cups of coffee? My hand used to never shake. I could have 5 cups of coffee and I was fine. My hand would never shake. Now, if I get out here like this and I don't rest my finger, it will start to shake. So one of the things I want this channel to be is a place where women and men over a certain age can come and see they're not alone. Everyone experiences this. You know, my dad is a physician and he tells me that, you know, when the body's hormones start to wane, and, you know, begin to sort of lower or become less available hormone in the body, then that's when things really start to change. Okay, so you can see that I have basically just kind of replicated all these little hairs in my brow. And, you know, again, I am simply following what's already there. I already have these tiny little hairs that are coming in thanks to my trial of Latisse. And again, I'm gonna be switching over to Rogaine and see if that gives the same effect, because the Latisse is just so expensive, so expensive. I'm also testing Curology for you and testing some new products from Necessaire. So look for those in an upcoming video. In fact, the Necessaire video will probably be this weekend because I've tested for a week and so far I'm really encouraged, and I think y'all will be too. Really delighted to see. Necessaire is an amazing, environmentally concerned, socially concerned. They are a company that is invested in the people that work for them, the place where their factories exist, the community where their factories exist, you know, not just the environment there, but also the community. They are really, their packaging is stunning. It is plain cardboard, and any bags or packaging are all natural, and I'll show you when I do my review for you. The bags that some of these things come in, like normally you might have a plastic bag with a zipper that shows you it's come from the factory and all that. The Necessaire bags, they are this fabulous, kind of a dark oatmeal, maybe a little bit of a camel color, almost like tea stained. Fabric, like a step up from muslin, a little more pliable than muslin. And the little drawstring, I mean, I have them actually in my bag drawer right now to put in my husband's lunch and to send friends like cookies and little things here and there. They send me the bag back and I send it back to them the next week whenever there's something to send to them. So environmentally conscious, Necessaire review for some new products from them is coming at the weekend, I think, probably Saturday afternoon. So again, back to BROWS. I got distracted there. That happened even before I was 50, by the way. So it's not, I won't blame that on the age. So I've moved into the inner corner and just flick, 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 flick. And so you see I'm achieving a little bit of a more kind of substantial color, but you notice up here you can kind of see where the existing brow is. I don't like that, so I'm going to have a little bit of a heavier hand on the brush and sort of lean it down like this. I'm going from this to kind of this so I can get the tint that may be on the side of the brush. So just carefully, sorry, that's Rin. Oh my God. As soon as I set this camera up, he starts pacing the house looking for something to bark at. I swear, that's his plan. Rin, mommy's videoing. Such a good boy. Okay. Rin is an 8-year-old German Shepherd dog. He is a rescue. He's a rescued German Shepherd dog that doesn't always listen. Rin, mommy is in here. She needs you to stop barking. Come over here and lay down with me. Come on. Here he comes. Hello. Hello, my love. Don't knock over my tripods. Hi, my bubba. Hello. Sorry. What kind of dogs do y'all have? I know y'all all have dogs, right? Everybody has a dog. That's the one thing we have in common in the world right now. It doesn't matter like religion, politics, family drama. It does not matter. If you have a dog, you can find something in common with someone that you feel like you don't have anything in common with. If they have a dog, you got something in common because they know what it's like to have their dog barking when they're on the phone. Right? I know. Don't knock over the, oh my gosh. Okay, and then I go along the bottom of the lashes with the brush and just sort of tidy up. Run right along. Oops, made a mistake. Not so bad. And then just pull the line down. Just so it's a little bit tidy. Where the hairs start, it can look a little ragged. You can sort of see where the hairs start. It just helps to even up where your hairs start. And I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a brush up here. Up in the middle. And then down over here on the edge. Shake, shake. Sorry, that was the phone ringing again. It's quiet all morning until I start to pull out my vlogging camera. And that's the other thing too, y'all. I have pivoted my channel, and I've said this in some other videos, but during this historic pandemic, I've pivoted my channel to really provide a community, not just for women and men over 50, but for everyone who might be feeling a certain way, happy, sad, maybe they are feeling insecure, worried. I basically pivoted it so that it's less of Rin and me. By the way, Rin is a certified licensed therapy dog, and we, since 2014, spent every week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, supporting the mental health community here in Central North Carolina and even around North Carolina. We go to locations and we visit with clients, patients, staff, families. Sometimes we've done private clinical sessions. We essentially support the ongoing provider, so a physician or a therapist or a psychiatrist or a center for substance use disorder. We basically support their goals for their patient population. We also work with clients, some in law enforcement even, to de-stress them, and those visits are really, really amazing. It's basically allowing our clients to vibe with Rin, play with Rin, talk to me if they want. I'm not a therapist, but it's kind of like a girlfriend session, or just maybe, not a girlfriend set. There's lots of types of clients. So we have worked with children, we've worked with men and women. So it's kind of just like visiting with people and bringing your dog. Like I said before, so many people have dogs or pets that they, the animal that they have connected with, whether it's a dog or a cat, or any kind of animal, a horse, they have connected with that animal, and they feel that connection when they see Rin. So their whole energy changes. They want to start talking. They want to start visiting. They want to spend time instead of isolating themselves. That can happen a lot in all kinds of mental health spectrums. The common denominator a lot of times is isolation, whether people are purposefully isolating themselves or whether they are being isolated by an external force or person. So that is something that Rin and I have been doing all the way up to March 2020. And so, so this community, this channel was really all about the work that Rin and I did, and will do in the future as soon as mommy gets vaccinated. Right here. I'm gonna be vaccinated right there, or maybe right there. I'm gonna take that vaccination and I'm gonna go back into volunteering. All that work we did was volunteering. So if you look on this channel further down in the history, you'll see some videos with Rin working and with me. A lot of times for the law enforcement community, we would, and investigators also, we worked with like the local investigation arm of the city. We work with those investigators as well, and their shift starts at 5 a.m. So some fun videos further down on the channel that show us getting up at 2:30 in the morning. And in the wintertime, boy, it's dark. It's dark 30. So it's fun, some fun videos that I've edited for you and put up of our work there. But we are going to pivot this channel to more of just a general community, someplace where you can go. It's drama-free. I have no opinions about politics. I have no opinions about school or how to raise your family. I don't have any opinions. So this is, I mean, I do have opinions. I have strong opinions, but I'm not going to share them here with you. This is meant to be a place where you can come and just like see, you know, fun videos just of my dog and fun makeup videos and tutorials. So again, I mean, I've said this in a couple other videos recently, but the channel is going to pivot. So we're going to do more makeup. I get lots of, as I said earlier, lots of people ask me about my makeup. How do I do my eye makeup? You know, I'll have people in just the shops come up and say, oh my God, I love your eye makeup, or I love your makeup. How do you do it? Da, da, da. So I just thought, you know, at 54 in a couple of weeks, I want to start telling people more about how I do my makeup. And it's changed over the years too, especially since the pandemic started for us here in North Carolina in mid-March. I've really gone to a lighter style, and I'm focusing more on my brows. So again, bringing it back to the brows that we're here for today, and a little bit of makeup as well. So there you see a kind of finished product. I'm gonna run the brush through. I'm trying to not make this video too long. So I'm gonna run the brush through. Now this one is a little bit bigger than this one, so I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Brows are meant to be sisters, not twins, even though I'm a twin, which we can talk about later. And even twins are not identical. So brows are not meant to be matchy-matchy. They're just meant to be sort of similar. So I'm gonna give, there are little hairs up here, they're just very, very fine. But I'm gonna give myself a little more fullness through the center and the end of the brow. A little more fullness out here. How's that? Is that better? A little more right through here, you think? I can hear you. I can hear you saying, Lynn, I see a spot needs a little more work. Okay. That's a little bit better. I know you're saying, no, you don't need any more on that one. Stop, stop. Okay, so I'll stop. All right. And again, hairs grow this way. Whoop. Hairs grow this way and then this way. So this way, this way. And I'm just gonna give myself a little bit of hairs here in the front, just ever so delicately. I mean, with the very tip of the brush, and you may not even be able to see it on this camera, but delicate. You know, you can always add more. It's hard to take away when you've overdone in makeup. It's really hard to take away, but it's easy to add more if you feel like you need it. Okay, these little hairs, y'all, oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see them. I'm sure you can, but they are coming in. That brow growth product is working. But again, as I have said, I am also trying the Rogaine on a spoolie through my brows morning and night. This one is Latisse and this one is the Rogaine. So you get like a little bit of a sneak peek on what I'll talk about later. So again, up in the front, this way, and then away from the nose, and then down like this. Okay? Up, 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 and away. And so that way you get all these little guys. So again, that's the Rogaine on a spoolie. That's the Latisse. I think the Rogaine is doing much better. But I'm so excited because there was a time this time last year when my brows were like really, golly, they were almost gone entirely and they were gray. Oh, okay. Now, I'm going to use this product because I want to show you how I do this. I get these questions all the time. It basically replaces this kind of a product, this light. You could do this, and we may do this another day, but for today, I want to show you the IT Cosmetics Perfect Lighting method that I use to lift. So one click on the back of the hand, smash. You see the product coming out? Smash so that you get a very flat tip. Okay, and then you also get some product, you see there, that I can go in and pick up. So I'm just going in, I'm going backwards to pick up so that I have a little bit of a roll. I have a roll of the product on the end. See that little ball, okay? Now, you just take the brush, come at it this way, and up against the edge of the brow where the brow starts, just start placing some product. Come down. Okay, you see there? And then come in this way so that you end up having a nice, almost a sort of roll of this brightener right up at the edge of the lashes. Okay, and then right down. Okay, then tap, tap, tap to blend. Blending is super important. Doesn't matter what age you are. It is vitally important. Okay, now I have made a little bit of an oops and I've pushed some product up into my brow. So we're gonna go back. Don't panic, it's just makeup, okay? We're gonna go back and then we're gonna bring that product this way a little bit. And then back over it to sort of blend it as well as try and pick up some extra product. Now that little bit of brightener product is just gonna be, you can see as I pull away, it's just gonna be there. I'm not too worried about it. That's the other thing that you learn when you get to be a certain age. If you don't worry about it, no one else will. So what you really wanna do is just get your makeup to where you think it's right. Oop, there we go. And then just know that you're beautiful and your brows are perfect. And anyone who's criticizing actually wants to ask you how you do it so they can do it too. Okay, so again, pick up your product, come at it backwards. Again, I'm new at this shooting, lighting, all of that. I'm really new at it, so please be gentle. Okay, so again, come in like this, mid-brow, straight in, and just draw a line at the base of your brows. There you go, okay? And then come back and go this way. And what you're doing is you're just sort of pushing this highlighter product up into the base of your brow. So you've got a nice definition for where your lid starts and the rest of your eye makeup will go, okay? And then you can either pull down like this with the edge of the brush, and I mean just the edge, just feather light, Or you can come in, if you have really long nails, maybe you want to use this brush this way. Just pull it down gently. Blend, blend, blend. And see where I've got this kind of, that's a little bit much, especially for the middle of the week during the daytime. So I'm going to come back and redistribute this product and sort of, and then pull down a little bit. Feather strokes. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, that's what my brows looked like when I was 27. So I'm just going from memory what they used to look like. Okay. So that is brows. I think I'm just going to put a tiny bit. Oh, that Curology is working. I can't wait to show you my Curology review, y'all. It's going to be good. It is taking all of these little post-trauma, as they call them, post-trauma scars from blemishes and things, which is also great. Over 50, you still get blemishes. It's so fun. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of this brightener. This is not concealer. I don't love concealer, especially on skin a certain age. I used to wear a lot of concealer, but over a certain age, what happens is that no matter how well, I just sort of sang away. No matter how well you are moisturizing or how well your skin is behaving, how well exfoliated you are, unless you have Botox all over your entire face, you're going to have some wrinkles and you're going to have some crepiness. And that is something that it's almost like these two things do not go together, like oil and water. Like, you know, you just do not want a lot of concealer on skin that's a certain age, unless you have like a makeup artist who's applying it with 5 different brushes and, you know, you really think you need it. That's also something when you get over a certain age that you really is so freeing, because look, I have hereditary bags, okay? I just do. I also have hereditary rosacea, and it is not gonna get any better by globbing on a bunch of concealer. I'm just gonna look insecure. I'm gonna look, you know, made up. I'm gonna look like some old, you know, some vaudeville ghost with my vaudeville gown still on. You know, you can picture it. It's just don't do it. If you have lots to conceal, just moisturize really well. Find a good brightener like this It Cosmetics brightener. Put a little bit of product out and just know that you're beautiful. So much of makeup, and I think when people tell me that my makeup looks good, I think what they're really telling me is that my energy is bright and beautiful, and they feel good talking to me because I'm interested in them. I think that's really what they're telling me. I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world. I promise you. I have more like a kind of handsome face than I do a pretty face. But I try to show people that I care about them, and I think that's what they mean when they say your makeup is beautiful. But okay, so the next thing, I ramble. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ramble. I just rambled for like 10 minutes there. Again, like post-workout here, sorry. Okay, this is the other tool. I don't think I showed you. This is new. The one that I had, I've been using for, oh my God, y'all, 30 years maybe. Oh my God, so it finally broke, and I had to get this one. It's really stiff. I just got it at the grocery store. It's Revlon, in case anyone wants to see. Oh, Revlon. Revlon. Okay. It's this one with the little handles like that. Okay. So just go right in, just lay the eyelash curler kind of in the socket of your lens. Let's see see if I can get really close. Press the top of the curler into your lid a little bit and make sure all your lashes are in there. And then press, squeeze together, squeeze together. A few times, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then release and come out about halfway. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Release, come out to the very tip. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then I go back to the base, squeeze, and then I'm done with that. Now, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna do the one eye for you, and also so you can see the difference. Again, L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Start at the base and sort of wiggle up. Base, sort of wiggle up. And then go back over. Separate a little bit. There's those. Okay. Normally also what I do is I let them dry a little bit and go back over with a second coat, but for sake of time, I'm gonna go back over with second coat. Now again, something that I started doing, there it is. Something that I started doing when I got over, I was probably 52 when I started to do this. I do not do, I used to do a black waterline liner, but I do not do that anymore because it narrows the eye. What I use instead is this light stick, or I don't know, it's by some maker, I'm not sure. I just do a beige stick in the waterline, and you can see how much those things open up the eye. So there's that. And then there's that. And they're together. So this eye just, you know, to me visually it opens it up by keeping this lower lid free of mascara and black liner or brown liner or anything at all. Keep everything up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So keep everything up so that when you smile, you don't lose your mascara on the lower lid. You don't get lots of transfer. You don't get that smudgy thing. That's not chic. It might be chic in an editorial of Vogue, but it's not chic for every day. It's certainly not pretty. And so what you get is you get everything that's lifted. Your eyes are bright and you have great brows that are natural and not too big, not too small. This is, for me, the everyday look that I've been going to since March. And I feel much prettier in it. I feel much more natural, much more confident, and just happier in general in it. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of the Hourglass, again with the lights, y'all. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer, Diffused Bronze Light. Just a little bit of that, just to give a little bit of definition to the eye. Because I have hooded eyes, that's also genetics. Not onto the lid itself, but in the crease and above. Just so when you do your brows, you create this way, rather. You create, when you do your brows this way, sorry, I don't have anybody editing this, so it's just gonna be like the longest rambling video. I hope you don't fall asleep. Leave your comments below if you want me to shorten them up, or you like them long. Just let me know. So I sort of go here and just above the crease. So in the crease and above. Not below. So then I've got a really natural sort of bright eye, and I'm ready for my day. This one is totally finished. And I'm gonna go in and I'm going to curl and put some mascara on this eye, and I'll let you go throughout your day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. If you can, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you know when I have created a video for you. And again, my name is Lynn Rasmussen. I am here for you. I'm creating this community for you. It's an all kinds of stuff channel. When I find something I think is interesting, I'm probably going to tell you about it. So my name is Lynn Rasmussen. This is my channel. Please subscribe and hit the like button if you like this video so I can do more of them for you, or the unlike button if you don't want me to do any more like this. Just join us here. And thanks so much for watching today. I'll see you next time.